Hey guys, and welcome back to today's video. If you've read the title and clicked on this video, then you know I am talking about COVID. I got COVID and I thought I would just sit down today and talk about it, the symptoms, how it developed, how I've been coping with it, what I've been feeling, and then the point of today's video is really just to try and make myself feel a little bit better by putting on some makeup. So I thought it'd be fun just to sit down and talk about it. Who thinks that's fun? I don't know. I know I look like trash. I look and feel pretty bad. So this is day 4 of COVID, and I have no clue what strain I have. I'm gonna go with probably Omicron at this point because it's not terrible the way I'm feeling, but it definitely hit me harder than I expected. So let's start putting on the makeup. I will list the products in the description box below. There are a few new products here, and I do have a look in mind. We are also going to do the hair, so this is a full chatty get ready with me if I didn't say so before. So we're going to just talk through the vid and I'll apply my makeup. So I apologize if this video is not a super upbeat one. I'm also just going to add a disclaimer. I by no means am trying to, make this very political and bring up a discussion about COVID. I really just want to talk about my experience personally. And I do want to say if any of you out there have had loved ones that have passed because of COVID, I really do feel for you and you have my sincerest condolences. I want you to know that this video isn't to lessen anyone's experience with it or to diminish any of the lives that have been lost because of COVID. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to personally let you know about my experience and also just make myself feel better today. This is probably the best I felt in the past 4 days, so I figured it'd be a good time to put on some makeup. I'm also gonna have to sanitize a lot of this makeup. Yeah, okay, let's just start putting on the makeup because this could be very long. So the look I have in mind, and maybe today's not the day to do it, but it's a very orange look. I will post a picture here of Alana Davison. She did one recently. Benefit launched a bunch of new blushes, which is very exciting because they added a whole bunch of powder blushes to their lineup, and then they also changed their packaging. Now, I bought this all myself. I'm just going to say everything in this video, it's not sponsored. I purchased everything myself. Benefit Cosmetics recently launched a bunch of new blushes, so I picked up 2 of their minis and then 2 of the full size. The full size that I got are Willa and Butterfly right here. And then I also got 2 minis of the shades Shelly and Krista. They're super cute. The original packaging was a box, but it was a lot larger. I'll show you side by side so you can see. There's definitely a difference when you open it up. This is the Hoola Benefit bronzer. There was a big space in there for a brush that I feel like the majority of people did not use. And now they've eliminated that space and you just have the lovely product. So I also do want to say this is my first time filming makeup in the new area setup. I'm not sure if I will have the vlog posted before this one goes up. I might just put this in the queue before, but I did film a vlog where me and my husband rearranged a few rooms in our house to accommodate a new spare bedroom and then move this down into our old office. So if that's not up already, it'll be coming up very shortly. So you'll kind of see how we ended up in this space. Okay, yeah, I'm still talking and I'm not applying any makeup. That's one of the biggest things is I feel like I've got a lot of brain fog. My skin is extremely dry. So let's start at the very beginning. We had planned to go to Montreal to visit one of our really good friends. We booked an Airbnb in Montreal. We headed out early Friday morning, so I took Friday off from work, so did my husband. And then we were going to try and get there early, and then we were going to go to the Scandinave spa that they have there, and we also booked some high tea. And then we were just gonna go for like a nice dinner in the old port. So like the morning of Friday, I woke up and my throat was like kind of scratchy and itchy. And I wasn't really sure what was causing it. I thought it was allergies because we slept with the windows open the night before. And I don't really do well at this time of the year with all the pollen. So my throat was feeling like kind of scratchy and I forgot to take a reactant. So I thought that's probably what it was. I just felt like I also didn't drink enough water. I didn't drink enough water because it's about a 8-hour car ride. And so I just drank in like one full water bottle over, let's say, 7 hours. I did have like a coffee and maybe like another, like a bubbly, and that was about it. Yeah, so I didn't have much water, and I thought, again, that was contributing to my dry throat. Didn't really think too much about it. Peter and I went to a high tea place. I will link the place here. I wanted to vlog it and I just didn't get to, but it was a really cute little tea shop, very like rustic. All the tea sets were like very different. Nothing really matched, but it was kind of like eclectic. And the service was so good. It's called Le Parloir. So I will link it down below if you're ever in Montreal and you're craving high tea. It was so good. You got quite a few sandwiches, which I was super impressed with because I was thinking it was going to be more of like a snack. So we got there for 3 p.m. We had a late lunch and I was thinking this was just going to be like little finger foods to snack on until we had dinner to kind of hold us off. But no, we got like 6 sandwiches. So there was 2 salmon and dill. There was a really cute cucumber heart shape. I'll put in a picture of like the 3 tiers. It was so nice. And then there were 2 ham sandwiches, and then there was 2 crostinis. So one had roast beef on it, and the other one had de confit. So it was really well done. And then the scones were very nice, big plump scones. They had homemade preserves. So I got blueberry jam, and my husband got raspberry. And then there was like, what's it called? The clotted cream was so good. And then on top they just had a few little desserts. Like there was one little heart-shaped chocolate, a piece of lemon poppy seed cake, and then there was a macaron. And honestly, I love the simplicity of just like 3 little like desserts at the very top because with the amount of sandwiches and like the big giant scones, I was stuffed. And then the tea was like so delicious as well. Honestly, looking back and talking about it, it was really well done. And I would probably say one of the best ones I've had in a while. So I would definitely recommend that place if you're in Montreal and you're craving high tea. Definitely check out Le Parloir. Very nice. Then we went to the Scandinave spa after we checked into our Airbnb. And if you've never done a like hot cold thermal bath, I highly recommend it. It is amazing. It's very popular in Europe and it's something we've done on a lot of our trips. But Montreal has a really nice thermal bath in the Old Port, and the Old Port is very reminiscent of like Europe. It feels very European there. I got my first therapeutic massage and my husband got a regular Swedish massage. I did not know the difference between a Swedish massage and a therapeutic massage, but oh my goodness, there is quite a difference. This is the one where you've seen the movies where they're like karate chopping someone's back, and like it was insane. I'm pretty sure at one point the guy like sat on my arm or something, and like I could just hear all this like cracking up my spine. Like it felt so good. I was very tense, probably because I was like developing COVID. So the throat was still feeling funny at that point, but the spa was like really nice, and I didn't again think much about it because it's spring, it's allergy season, and I hadn't taken a reactant yet. After the spa, we went to this really nice courtyard restaurant. I wish I'd taken more photos, but honestly, we were just with like our good friend and enjoying each other's company and the experience, so I didn't really take any photos. The next morning we went for brunch, and again my throat was feeling a little bit more funny, but nothing crazy, like just dry. And we had picked up water bottles the night before at a gas station that was open, so I had chugged a bunch of water and thinking that some rest would help. My friend had a COVID test and I was like, maybe I'll just take one because like I haven't had any cold symptoms or any like throat issues for the past 2 years because I've pretty much been locked in my house. This was new for me. And so my friend gave me a COVID test to do. I did it, it came back negative. We were going to a friend's barbecue later in the evening. So I was thinking if I was going to feel worse, I was going to take another test. So we went about our day. I took another test. This would have been the Saturday. And test again came back negative. And it was just the throat issues. That was just it. And I was just kind of concerned about it. Everything seemed fine. We went to the backyard party. It was great. The next morning, I felt pretty bad. I didn't sleep very well. Just really uncomfortable. I thought it was because, again, Airbnb, not used to being in my own bed. When I woke up, I sounded pretty bad, and I did another COVID test, like a rapid antigen test, and it came back positive. Now, let me just say, the whole time I was with my husband, he had no symptoms, nothing. He still has no symptoms, has tested negative for the past like 4 days, so he clearly just has a really good immune system. We were gonna go out for lunch and do a few things, but at that point, being positive, I felt horrible. I wanted to make the trek back home because I knew it was going to be a long drive. We originally were going to come back home on the Monday, and this was the Sunday, but I was worried that if my husband developed symptoms overnight and he was feeling just as bad as I was, he wouldn't be able to drive, and then we would kind of be stranded or have to try and force our way back home in a really uncomfortable state. There was just no point to stay. Let's just pause and talk about Benefit launching blushes. It's awesome that they came out with a whole bunch of new colors, and their color range is amazing for anyone from fair skin to very like dark skin, and I thought that was amazing. I like that it's slim packaging. I like that you can buy minis in a lot of the shades. I also want to point out that I think powder blushes might be making a comeback, which I'm really happy about because I love creams and I love powder blushes. I just love blush in general, but I really like to do 2 steps where I put the cream down and then find a similar color and put the powder on top to really set it and lock it in. I feel like it helps your blush to last longer, but then also make it a little bit more vibrant. Orange blushes are on the rise, and I have to say, Alana Davison was on that trend well before anyone else. So that's with her Picante blush. Yeah, I'm really happy that powder blushes are coming back. So I'm gonna use this one here, and we're just gonna go into Butterfly. Oh, that's really, really pretty. That's really nice. Just be very orange and bronze today. I really like that. Let's quickly swatch these as well on the back of my hand. They're so lovely, wow. So this is Butterfly right here. Let's do Willa. Now Willa is this kind of mauve-y pink shade, which I think is super, super stunning. Oh, it's like a soft, dusty rose. That is gonna be very, very beautiful. So you can see it right here. Really pretty. And then we have Shelly, which is kind of like a corally pink. Now, I do want to say these have like a slight scent to them. I can't really pinpoint it right now because my sense of smell isn't as strong. I haven't lost it, and I haven't lost my sense of taste, but they're just very muted. So that right there is Shelly. And then we have Krista, which I've heard people either love the butterfly shade or Krista. I mean, these are really bright shades for the spring, which is lovely. Even for summer, you could do some really gorgeous looks. Now, this is like, I would say like a watermelon pink. Wow. Very vibrant. Really nice though. That is all the shades, my friends. I honestly don't know if I could pick between all of them. They're very unique and I want to play with them all. Let's do my eyebrows. My face is looking a little awkward. Also excuse this little zit visitor friend who just really desperately wanted to make an appearance in today's video. So let's all say hi. Hello, we see you. So pretty much since I've gotten COVID, so yesterday was probably the worst. Monday, I kind of just like napped and was hoping it would run through my system so that I could be ready for work on Tuesday. And I pretty much had just soup to eat, like Tim Hortons soup. It's super salty, but I felt like it kind of like my body needed it because I was drinking so many liquids. And my nose was pretty stuffed. It hadn't started running yet. I wasn't feeling terrible, like I could move around and do a few things, but I was very, very sluggish. Like, I felt very like fatigued. Again, I had a lot of body aches, so I took a lot of Tylenol. The issue I've been finding is I've been having a hard time like actually having good restful sleep. I would just find it really hard to rest and actually get some good sleep because I have issues breathing or just feel a bit of like really uncomfortable and not finding it very easy to like actually close my eyes and sleep. I've still been having that issue now, which is it's just been really frustrating because I feel like that's exactly what my body needs, but I can't get it. Yeah, so soup definitely helped. I have no appetite, honestly. Like I eat because I need to, but my stomach hasn't been growling, and so I've just been living off of Tim Hortons soup and Lipton soup. I'm gonna go through all the things. I have like a laundry basket full of stuff to like talk through what's kind of been like comforting me. I'm super impressed my nose hasn't started running like copiously in this video. So this is Krista layered on top of butterfly. I think we'll keep the lips coral and the eyes orange. I'm gonna go plug in the curler and I'll be right back. Crimper is heating up. This is what I'm gonna use. It is the Ion triple barrel crimper. I posted this on Instagram, just like a picture of the hair when it was completed, the makeup I used, and then also this crimper. So I'm just gonna go through how I crimp my hair today using this. I think you can get this from Sally Beauties, but it's still heating up. So while it's heating up, I'm gonna talk through some of the products that I've been using to comfort myself and help me get through COVID and this like flu. So what I will say is I definitely thought it was going to be a little bit more lighter. It still feels like a very bad cold for me. I haven't had a flu in a few years, so it definitely feels very much of what I remember them like. Just kind of like congested, feeling very tired, not having an appetite, and then also just like runny nose. So for this one, I think it's the like energy loss has been the thing that's the most surprising. I've been working out a decent amount before, so definitely no energy to work out, and then just feeling tired all the time, but then not being able to actually sleep because I'm either uncomfortable with like my breathing or swallowing because of like phlegm buildup and maybe just like my throat feeling very dry. Like I need to keep drinking water, but then I'll drink a lot of water and I still can't fall asleep. So it's been just really uncomfortable, I think, and feels a little bit like drawn out. Today's obviously so far the best day because I wouldn't have had any energy to do this. Like I didn't even have energy to pick up my phone and like email people or message people. Like it was to the point where I was just like, I can't even be bothered. Like if I don't want to eat, I'm not gonna pick up my phone. So the things that have been getting me through, Lipton soup. Right here, Lipton soup, or Tim Hortons chicken noodle soup. If you are completely against these types of soup, because I think they do have MSG. I think they have MSG in it, and you're opposed to it. I also recommend having a bunch of organic chicken broth on hand, which I've got a couple cases of this that I keep, and then just adding some noodles or some chopped up veggies from your food processor into it. That's what I do is I usually have celery, onions, and carrots in my fridge at all times. And so I have a food processor and I just kind of throw them in after I've like washed them, peeled the carrot, and kind of roughly chop the onions. And then I can just throw it in a pot with this and some noodles, and I've got myself a quick chicken soup. So between these two, I've really just been helping to get like my sodium with this that I've been missing because of like all the liquids I've been consuming, but then this also helps me stay hydrated. This is the COVID test I used, rapid response COVID-19 antigen test. I got this one in Quebec, but I'm sure they have similar ones here in Ontario. It's pretty easy to do. I actually looked up a YouTube video of how to do the test, but this is what I used to find out if I was negative or positive. I've been loving these honey lemon flavored Halls. They're really nice for coating my throat and just like kind of making it feel like more soothed because it's so irritated. So definitely get some Halls. I've been having a lot of these teas. So this is the Traditional Medicines Organic Tea. I have the cold formula here. Maybe you'd like to see the English side. Cold formula, and then I have the throat coat. Both of these can be found in the organic section at the grocery store or pharmacy. But the throat coat is really nice because I think it's got like some soothing honey and like chamomile in there, and it just kind of like coats your throat like it says, and it helps to like soothe it, almost just like a Halls would, or like Buckley's, which I have taken some Buckley's but I don't like it, so I've been preferring these with my Halls and soup. So I mix these together, I put them in a pot, I add some grated ginger and some lemon that I just squeeze in there, and that is, oh, and then also some honey, and that's like the perfect elixir for any cold. I call it my flu tea, and it's really like an amazing tea if you like tea that really hydrates but also just makes you feel better and uplifted. I've been taking my multivitamins. So I like the brand Sisu, and I have quite a few different vitamins, but my multivitamins have really come in handy. And then I've also been really into the Emergency Immune Plus in the raspberry flavor. So you just get a packet. There's like a whole load of them in here, and they're supposed to help with like your immune system and building it up. What does it do? Helps to reduce the duration and severity of colds, help prevent colds, and for those undergoing physical stress. That's me. My husband's been using this as well. He's been taking some of these things, so like the multivitamins, he's been having the tea just to like try and stave off getting it, if it even works. Maybe we're just superstitious. And then he's also been having the soup and then taking this in the morning. So we fill up a tall glass or a water bottle with water and ice, and then we add the powder and just mix it, and it doesn't taste terrible. It kind of looks like a pink lemonade, and yeah, that's also been making me feel like I have a bit more energy in the mornings. And then the last thing is just having like a hot pad. This is my peach. It comes in this package, and I got this at Chapters or Indigo. You might be able to find this on Amazon. It's got beads, and then it also has like a lavender oil essential somewhere in the beads of this like peach heat pad. And what you do is you put it on a plate, and then you have like a big glass or mug of water. And so when you're heating it up in the microwave for like, I think it says 2 to 3 minutes. I do 3 to 4, but I put it on the plate, and then the beans in here and the material doesn't get burnt because the water is getting warmed up in the microwave. But then this retains some of the heat as well. And this is just like a comfort heat pad. I use this when it's my time of the month. But I had a lot of aches and pains. So really keeping this with me and like having it when I'm trying to nap kind of helps. I put it on my back, like my stomach, between my legs if I'm feeling like that's where I'm achy, along with taking a Tylenol. But I had to mention this because like I can't live without this, no matter whether I had COVID or not. And I just wanted to mention it here today because it's a lovely staple for me. Before we move on to the hair, the last thing I want to mention is Epsom salts. So taking a nice warm bath and using Epsom salts. I actually just ran out, so I don't have it with me, but I will post a picture of the one I've been using. I use the eucalyptus one that you can get at Walmart. I think it's like $10. You get a giant bag of Epsom salts, and you just put that in the tub. Not all of it, like not the whole bag. I take like a scoop, a handful, And if I need more, I put more. And it's just really calming, really soothing, makes me feel like I'm having like a spa experience. And I just kind of soak in the tub, and that also has helped with my aches. And then taking like a nice hot shower and then turning it cold at the end has made me feel a little bit more awake and like, I don't know, lively. So that's also what I've been doing to help with the COVID. Okay, let's start doing hair. You can see my hair is had better days. We're gonna comb it through, and then I'm gonna section it off. So I've got it set to 370 here. There are plus and minuses buttons here where you can turn it up and down for the temperature, and then the power button. The one thing I wish is that this had a locking mechanism so it didn't stay open all the time. It is what it is. I also like to turn it so I can have this clear part so I can actually see how it's going. I just literally clamp it down, hold it for a minute or two, and then bring it down to where the last like gap was, an indentation. For the bottom pieces, I don't let it sit as long because they're underneath a lot of layers, so I don't really care for them to be seen or as like perfect as the top ones. And there you go. I do this one, and I find it can go pretty quickly, which is why I really like this one, because it's really light to handle, easy to clamp down, it's very thin, easy to travel with. It gives a really tight but uniform wave, so like if you were to have braided your whole head and then took them out, that's kind of what it looks like, but it's very even. I've really been liking this one a lot. So okay, you can see it here what it looks like when it's done. I feel like that took no time at all. Let's switch to this side. Let's speed through the rest of this, and I'll come back and show you the finished look. I do also want to point out I did put heat protectant in my hair before I did this. I didn't share it on camera, and I also added some dry shampoo so it would last a bit longer. Again, I will link everything down below that I used and mentioned in this video. So of course my camera dies at the end as I'm finishing up this look. I actually added a little bit of blue from the Paris Love Letter Vise Art palette. This shade right here, I think it's super pretty and unique, and it looks really nice with the orange. I feel like there was just so much orange going on. This is the hair. Pretty much all finished. I just do the top. Of course it had to cut out where I hold it, but I hold it a bit away, so like I'll clamp it and then hold it down just to keep the hair like going in a downwards motion. And then you can see it's just like this nice kind of volumized hair, and it looks like a braid if you had like braided your hair, let it dry overnight when it was wet, and then pulled it out, but it's a lot more even. So I've really been into this look. If you like these types of videos, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below some of your home remedies, what's worked for you during COVID if you've had it. I'm interested, and also in case my husband does end up developing it, maybe I can experiment and try some of those on him. Let me know if you've tried any of my home remedies as well. I'm very curious to see, you know, if you've heard of some of these. I'm sure you have. I feel like they're very common, but I wanted to share it anyways. And I hope you found this video. I want to say I hope you enjoyed it, but I don't know that it's one of those videos you'd really enjoy. Maybe you'd find it a bit more informative, if anything. So yeah, hopefully me sharing a bit about my COVID experience is gonna go over pretty well. I'm a little bit nervous about it because I know it's one of those topics that I honestly don't like to talk about that much, and I feel like it's a topic we're kind of all really sick of. We've all like mentioned it multiple times during our days. In the past 2 years, it's been like the main topic of conversation. So to bring it up now, it's like, really? But I have it, and honestly, I haven't seen any videos where someone's talked about their experience. So I thought it might be helpful for those of you who haven't experienced it yet and kind of are just like counting down until maybe you get it. But I hope you don't. I really hope. Like, I'm pretty sick of it, and I'll be really happy when I'm over it and it's through my system. I am going to say, like, by the end of this video, I'm feeling pretty tired and worn out. I did have to stop, obviously, because my camera died, and recharge it, but I did have some lunch. Literally had my Lipton soup, and I forgot to mention a big tray of veggies. That's the other thing that's been getting me by, is just making sure I have some, like, healthy food to just replenish and keep, nutrients in my body. So I had my veggies, had my soup, and now I am ready for a nap. Actually, I might take a hot bath and then fall asleep because I'm feeling pretty done. So I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I will see you all in my next one. Hopefully by then my voice will be back to normal and I'll be feeling myself, because I would really like that. All right, take care, stay healthy, and have a great day wherever you are. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.